Good evening. The Du Bois County Fairgrounds have reopened. UBLR is seeking re-election. The names have been released for the Huntingburg shooting and an inform that you don't want to miss. And of course, your local stories, sports, and weather are coming up here on the 18th WJTS WJTS News. Good evening. I'm Charlotte Olson. Authorities have released the names of those involved in a shooting incident that took place in the Huntingburg Park Tuesday afternoon. Indiana State Police say that around 2 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, an officer with the Huntingburg Police Department received a message through social media from 27-year-old Zachary Tyler Peak of Huntingburg, requesting that they meet at League Stadium on the south side of town. Concerned by the nature of the message and knowing that the department had been to recent calls for services with Peak, the responding officer requested that a supervisor go with him to meet with Peak. After arriving in a parking lot on the east side of League Stadium, officers Tyler Stivers, Tim Mullins, and Christian Gogol found Peak standing in the middle of the parking lot holding what appeared to be a revolver. Sergeant Philip Hensley is with the Indiana State Police in Jasper Post, and he says that multiple commands were given by officers for the male to place the weapon on the ground, to which he refused. Hensley says that the male then raised the gun, pointing it directly at an officer, and as a result, 2 officers fired on the subject, striking him multiple times.
Right now, as far as what we can talk about, around 2 o'clock this afternoon, the Huntingburg Police Department received a message from a male subject via social media requesting to meet with one of their officers in the east parking lot at League Stadium. Given the nature of how the police department was contacted, obviously by social media rather than a phone call, they sent more than one officer, so there were initially 2 officers out here to meet with the subject. When they showed up, they found him standing in the parking lot, and he was holding a revolver, a handgun. They called for backup, so a 3rd officer showed up. They continued to give commands, put the gun down, put the gun down. He refused to do so. At that point, he raised the gun, pointed it directly at one of the Huntingburg officers. They opened fire, engaged him. 2 of the 3 officers fired upon him, striking him multiple times. After the shooting, they contacted EMS to attend to him right away. He was treated at the scene, transported to Memorial Hospital in Jasper, and then flown to St. Mary's in Evansville, where he's currently at.
Police say that Peak remains in serious condition at St. Mary's in Evansville, and officers on scene were unharmed. This incident remains under investigation by the Indiana State Police Department. A Birdseye woman was taken into custody for driving under the influence of drugs and drug possession as a result of a traffic stop Tuesday afternoon in Jasper. Just after 4:30 p.m. Tuesday, an officer with the Jasper Police Department pulled over a passenger car driven by 46-year-old Linda Mundi of Birdseye along the 700 block of West 2nd Street for driving left of the center. After determining that Mundi was operating while under the influence, she was taken to nearby Memorial Hospital by police for medical clearance. She was later transferred to the Du Bois County Security Center, where she was booked on a Class A misdemeanor counts of operating while under the influence of a controlled substance, possession of paraphernalia, and a Level 6 felony count of possession of meth. A Huntingburg man was placed behind bars after he was accused of trying to steal a pregnancy test early Tuesday evening from the Jasper Walmart store. Jasper police say that 21-year-old Lucas Rodriguez of Huntingburg stands accused of taking the test valued at just under $12 from the Northside store just after 5:30 yesterday evening. Rodriguez was taken to and booked into the Du Bois County Security Center on a Class A misdemeanor count of theft. A Jasper woman suffered minor neck injuries as a passenger in a car involved in a one-vehicle incident just north of Jasper early this morning. The Du Bois County Sheriff's Department says at 2 a.m. today, a car driven by 37-year-old Shane Fellers of Jasper was headed northbound along US 231 just south of the Jasper Outdoor Recreational Road when Fellers told authorities that he fell asleep at the wheel, and then, after falling asleep, ran off the roadway, striking a mailbox at a residence along the 4800 block of North US 231 and came to rest in a ditch. Deputies say that both the car's airbags were deployed, and from a seat, passenger Jessica Messmer complained of neck pain. She was taken by ambulance to Memorial Hospital in Jasper for treatment. $25,000 to $5,000 totals the damage, and as was reported. Fellers was cited by deputies for driving with an expired license. Sheriff's deputies were assisted at the scene by Memorial EMS and the Hayesville Fire Department. Students from 8 high schools recently participated in the Work One Region 11 Career Development Conference. The students are part of the Jobs for America's Graduates program and compete each year locally, with winners advancing to the state competition. JAG students competed in 12 different categories, either as a class or individually. Competitions are judged by local business representatives and community leaders. Class competitions include brochure, commercial, service learning, blog, and entrepreneurship plan. Individual competitions include writing, public speaking, financial literacy, employability skills, critical thinking, creative solutions, and career presentations. Local winners advancing to the state competition on March 11th include Southridge High School in the brochure and entrepreneurship plan categories. Glenda Rodriguez of Southridge High School captured first place in the career presentation category as well. Other local winners include Tell City High School's Aubrey Craig School for Creative Solutions, as well as David Briscoe of Tell City in Employability Skills. Vanessa Snyder of Tell City High School is going in public speaking, and Ivy Capehart of Pike Central High School is going for writing and Outstanding Senior. Outstanding Senior Desiree Kearns of Pike Central High School is also a participant. Former DuBois County Commissioner Doug Ubelor has announced that he will seek the Republican Party's nomination for an at-large seat on the DuBois County Council for the May 3rd primary election. A lifelong resident of DuBois County, Ubelor is a 1999 graduate of Jasper High School. He later graduated from Indiana University in Bloomington, where he earned his Bachelor of Science degree in education with a concentration in mathematics. He also earned elementary education, junior high mathematics, and all-grade computer education, and junior and senior high school mathematics teaching licenses from IU. Ubelor works as an internal auditor at Jasper Engines and Transmissions. Ubelor is a former DuBois County Commissioner and served on county boards, including President and Chairman of the 911 Advisory Board and President and Chairman of the Emergency Management Agency Advisory Board. He initialed and created the DuBois County Health Wellness Committee. He served as a member of the DuBois County Public Health Partnership, Alliance to Promote Education, Solid Waste Management Board, Traveling Voter Board, and Regional Elected Officials Board. In a release, Ubelor says that he would like the opportunity to continue to serve the citizens of DuBois County as a county councilman. He says that he feels it is time for DuBois County to formulate a long-term financial plan for the county government. As an internal auditor at Jasper Engines, Ubelor conducts internal processes audits, and prior to working at Jasper Engines, Ubelor worked for 7 years at the Jasper High School as an educational instructor, summer school teacher, and club sponsor, as well as being an athletic worker and an in-school tutor. Ubelor has been involved with the Junior Achievement as well. He has completed multiple emergency management training courses to help keep the county eligible for grants and certifications. He is a lifelong member of the St. Joseph Catholic Church in Jasper, where he has been a member of the choir as well as a server and an usher. The DuBois County 4-H Fairgrounds are once again open to the public and all 4-H clubs and members. The property had been closed to serve as a staging area to combat the avian flu outbreak discovered back on January 15th in DuBois. With the completion of on-farm activities in DuBois County, state, federal, and contractor equipment and staff have been withdrawn from the fairgrounds. A scaled-down supply of response gear has been retained and stored at another site, should it be needed again. Use of the fairgrounds for activities with people, pets, livestock, and even birds can and should continue as normal. Use of the grounds and facilities for response presents no risk of infection with the flu virus to humans and animals that will be subsequently visiting the grounds. Likewise, the Indiana Board of Animal Health has no plans to suspend poultry shows and fairs this year. Therefore, planning for summer events should proceed as usual in anticipation of a normal fair season. This year's DuBois County 4-H Fair is set for Tuesday, July the 19th through Sunday, July the 24th. And State Veterinarian Brett Marsh on Monday retired 2 points about the H7N8 influenza virus. First, that the virus does not pose a food safety hazard. Properly cooked egg and poultry products are safe to eat. And second, that the U.S. Center for Disease Control has stated that this virus has never been associated with human cases in the United States or the world. Keep it right here, because up next we're going to take a look at our weather summary.